And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Delaware Live sports presentation here at the Grail Complex. Summer Shootout, game number 3. Patrick Gariani's Nick Alessandrini here with you. Imhotep Charter will be taking this one on. They're in black, starting this one off with the tray ball. They'll take on Delaware's own William Penn in the red. And we are underway, Nick. I know we're working on getting some rosters here.
Yes.
It's been the challenge today, but we're ready and prepared to bring it to you. Some high-quality talent here in this one.
Bring together, all that we can here early is, again, 2 16-minute halves, Pat, and as we know very well now, in our third matchup here of the Summer League Shootout at the Grail Sports Complex. Again, one of the finest facilities in the area, as that 3 is up long for William Penn. Again, Imhotep Charter and the William Penn Colonials in action in game number 3. That 3 is up and long. A rebound taken by Imhotep Charter. I believe they are the Panthers.
They are.
As we've got, again, Muhammad, we had a chance to see him on August 5th. As that ball in and out of the hands of Taylor, who we had a chance to check out as well. And he was very effective, very impressive in that first matchup back in early August.
Yeah, I mean, this group, they got the size, they got the length advantage over William Penn, and the Colonials are going to have to try and find a way to nullify that if they can. Easier said than done.
And William Penn, one of the programs year in and year out that's been pretty consistent. They've had good seasons, and last year was a little bit of a different season for them. They're looking to get back to that Bob Carpenter Center, if you will, a few years back when they were able to have that success. Good defense that time by William Penn. So 3-0 here, a minute and a half in to our third matchup. Nice shot that time. Just hung on the rim for a second, wouldn't fall.
Yep, like I said, Penn, they're gonna have to get creative with the size of Imhotep Charter. Imhotep is without their top 2 players as well. Oh boy.
And that ball is blocked. What a defensive play that time on the layup.
Yeah, that was that was impressive there by White. Into the game, number 5. This is Muhammad here, defending. Poked away.
And here they go the other way. That's going to be Abdullah. Took some contact, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. And again, 2 guys that we maybe had our sights on seeing here in this one from Imhotep Charter. I don't think
Ramir Barno and Justin Edwards, yeah.
Not going to be on the floor, it looks like, here today against William Penn. So maybe you check them out tomorrow if they're in the building.
First one up and good for Abdullah.
Pat, who hit that 3 earlier in the ballgame? Right there off the start.
Was Taylor.
The big fella. There we go.
Two for 2.
So 2 for 2 from the line, and a quickly 5-0 lead here for Imhotep Charter. William Penn still looking for their first basket.
See over there on the bench for them, Delaware legend Tair Ponzo-Meek.
Wow, how about that?
Good. Former Howard standout, all-time leading scorer at Wilmington University.
Yeah, we've got a chance to call some of these games at Wilmington, maybe playing against Goldie. And
yep.
5-2 after the William Penn bucket.
Blocking foul.
And again, it looks like we're going to have at least all last names for you here in this ball game in just a moment, so that'll be good. Get everybody on the same page. as we have a timeout on the floor, Pat, so that will allow us to get some of these names written down. Again, 3 minutes into our opening half between Imhotep Charter and William Penn. It's the Grail Sports Summer League Shootout. Again, so much going on here at the Grail Sports Academy. Pat, we have the luxury of being here. Special thanks to Gene Deladon and Dylan Miller, and a lot going on. Camps, clinics, leagues for youth and high school, all levels here at the complex. You can watch, you can be a part of anything. Head to grailsports.com. Again, so much going on. If you need to train, if you need to take your game to the next level, this is the place to do it.
That is the truth. And it's beautiful. I mean, they've really done a tremendous job here, really making the most of this facility. Now, like I said, not only do you got the full court here, you got a half-court area, and you have a training facility up on the second level. It's everything you want in an athletic complex.
So back underway, 5-2. Nice inbound play set up and finished. That time, I believe it was Rashad. Was that number 10 that was able to get
White?
Excuse me, White again, number 15. So White making his impact felt here early in this one.
Number 1 for Penn. He's the transfer from Delcastle.
And now we have another stoppage here, 7-2 early.
Childs coming in.
So this is Childs here, ball in his hands. He's being picked up by Fawcett on the other end, looking for somewhere to go.
Good defense.
And here's Muhammad. He looked good in that opener as the ball handler back in early August.
Yes, he did.
That ball almost picked and stolen.
Good defense from
by
Penn.
Kilson. And they're going to have to play like that. They want to give Imhotep Charter a run here as that ball is blocked inside. I believe it was Childs who got a hand on it.
And, that's going to be the challenge right there for Penn. The height advantage is so severe.
Yeah, that's the one thing you notice visually looking on the court. That mid-range jumper is long off the mark into the hands of Childs. And now here comes Imhotep Charter the other way. Nice up-ahead pass as he's going to take a baseline. Spin move inside, lost it for a second, tried to scoop it to his teammate. Able to find a man open in the corner, and that three is buried. There he is again. That's Taylor, his second triple of the afternoon. As Anglin will head back in the ball game, I believe Taylor will head to the bench.
Timeout here by Penn. We want to talk things over, but yeah, I mean, you can see the mismatches. Imhotep taking advantage of them right now with the height. They're just backing down and getting shots at the rim, knocking down three-pointers over top of the defenders. Penn's giving the effort. It's just tough that you get down close to the rim trying to draw fouls. I mean, Imhotep doesn't really have to take any kind of risk defensively. They can just play honest, and their height advantage is going to carry them. So the challenge is going to be here. The Colonials will probably have to knock down some outside shots in this game.
And they're going to bring in their big fella now. It looks like they've got number 15, that's Fulton. He's by far the center for the William Penn Colonials and by far their biggest member of the program. And he'll have to battle it down there now with Anglin and Taylor from Imhotep Charter. So we'll see how he does.
Yeah.
Imhotep to inbound, 10-2 lead. 4 minutes into half number one. Very impressive showing in our second matchup before this one, and Archbishop Bryan with a big-time win over Sanford.
Good Muhammad. That's just
good ball handle, but how about that on the glass, doing work. And that is number 15, White again, and he's been impressive.
Yes, he has. Imhotep's got quite the squad, man. See how they went. If I'm not mistaken, they were undefeated last year, correct?
That's right. Yes, they were.
You can see why.
Kick to the corner. That's a deep three. Long off the mark. There's Fulton with the offensive rebound. Kicks it right back to his teammate who misses the shot. It was Campbell. And now here comes Childs. He does not have numbers. He'll pull it back here for a second and then feed the post.
And if Penn's going to want to stay in this game, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to knock down those outside shots. It's pretty simple, I feel like. Unfortunately, I mean, the size of Imhotep is going to limit your chances at the rim.
That three from White, long off the back end of the rim. Rebound tipped around, then into the hands of Campbell, who has it for William Penn. They'll kick it up around. Nice pass to the wing. Valman thought about a three, and they'll reset up top. Here's Fawcett, puts it on the floor, kicks to the corner. That's going to be a Kilson three, won't fall. And now here come the Panthers the other way. Abdullah crosses over.
Oh, push off. Yep.
And they got him on that one. Fancy move there, but extended the arm.
It's all part of the intimidation, though. I think Imhotep right now feels like they can bully Penn around a little bit.
Again, size is noticeable, but 12-2 here early. 10 minutes to play. Fulton did have a big-time rebound in the ball game. Last possession, but he has exited now to the bench.
It's good work here. I mean, Penn's trying to make some things happen. There's another outside shot. One
Deep
thing
three.
you're not going to see in Delaware is this kind of length.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's good to get this kind of experience in now. I think they'll be ready come Delaware ball season.
Yeah, absolutely. As that putback wouldn't go for Childs. And again, Imhotep Charter in that opener back in early August before the Grail Sports Summer League became the summer shootout this weekend. Very impressive showing for them. I believe beat Salesianum in that first game back in August. No Justin Mullen, no James Johns Jr., obviously. And they looked good in their win today. That is Sally's. What a block down low that time, though. Offensive rebound, but that wouldn't fall either.
Yeah, that was good work.
How about that out of Moore? Now William Penn looking to do something with it on the offensive end. Here's Sample. Splits the defender, kicks down low. Floater baseline won't fall, and the Colonials just having a tough time getting that ball in the basket.
Yeah, it's tough. The length is affecting them. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The length of Imhotep is affecting them right now. There's a travel. I like what I've seen from Moore. I like that. I mean, that's a big-time block on Anglin. And then on the other end, fighting for an offensive rebound. I mean, when you have that kind of mismatch, you're going to have to win with energy. Energy and effort.
To the 9-minute mark, a wide-open baseline jumper wouldn't fall that time for Wilmore. And now Imhotep going to loft it ahead of the pack. I believe that's Childs who lays it in with the left hand. And again, you mentioned it, Pat. They're just kind of playing their game right now and, doing what they want to do out here.
They are. They're setting the tone, there's no doubt. The Colonials just can't buy a bucket. I feel like they know they can't get to the rim because of the length. As you can see there, another shot blocked. Nice putback. It's Moore.
Yeah, Mitchell with the miss, Moore with the follow.
Yep.
And he has been impressive in the minute that he's been out here. A nice defensive play and then the offensive play there. Now a push against the Colonials. Checking in now will be Rashad for Imhotep.
All right, here we go.
14-4. Rashad quickly enters the game, drives, his shot won't go.
Another block, man. Our boy Moore again, man. So
and he's able to stop Anglin that time, who had a great first matchup, too, back in early August. And in transition, Valmont couldn't get it to go, but he did take some contact, so he earns himself 2 free throws. Now a chance to put some more points on the board for the Colonials. 14-4, a 10-point lead, 8:07 remaining.
Muhammad will pick up the foul. And Valmont, he'll be a big-time part of this William Penn program, transferring over from Del Castle. And this is 1 of 2. 1 of 2.
14-5, 8 minutes to go here. Imhotep Charter and William Penn. First half action. We're playing 2 16-minute halves here in the Summer League shootout. And there's the defense causing a turnover. And you can kind of hear that home William Penn crowd in the gym.
Yeah, that's Delaware, man. That's Delaware supporting Delaware right here.
Yeah, more so than we've heard in the previous 2 games anyway. getting you that feel of a real ball game. 14-5, William Penn looking to add. Here's Sample, floater in the paint goes.
Nice. Penn, a little bit of a flurry right here, William Penn. They're not backing down, and that's what I like to see. You know, obviously there's an advantage in terms of the height, but that doesn't mean anything, man. The effort, you can match the effort, and that's what they're doing right now. Look at them getting after it on defense, Nick.
How about that? Again, the tenacity we're seeing defensively out of William Penn. Back-to-back forced turnovers for the Colonials. They were down 14-2. It's now 14-7. As they look to put more points on the board here offensively. Here's Valmont. Nice pass underneath. Going to kick it back out. Leads to a baseline jumper and knocks it down as Mitchell.
Good job. Good find. Mitchell pulling up. The mid-range jumper is good. Now Penn starting to find their bearings a little bit.
Like as you said, Pat, the confidence now. Again, they looked down in the beginning of the game, but how about that jump?
Yep.
Baby hook in the paint that time for Anglin.
That was a more aggressive take by Anglin than what we've seen a previous couple of times when Moore was able to get a piece of it.
Imhotep Charter then able to force the turnover, but if you saw Anglin on that, he almost just put his hand in the net and dropped it right in there.
Yeah, he's elevated. There's no doubt about that.
He definitely aimed down. He jumped and was looking down into the rim when he threw that one in there.
Steal,
and then how about the steal and finish? Valmont, you talked about the transfer, Pat. He's making his name known here. And then another forced turnover.
Hey, this is good. I mean, this is what William Penn has prided themselves on over the last couple of years. It was the defensive side of the floor. They're setting the tempo right now.
Not going to waste any time. That shot came up quick from beyond the arc. No good. So 16-11, that lead's been cut to 5 points. 6:32 and ticking here. Mid-range jumper was open, wouldn't fall. They forget to box out, and now a tie-up underneath.
Well, they boxed out. They just forgot to go get the ball.
That's true.
That's a better way of saying it.
So ball back to the Colonials here, 16-11, 6:21 and ticking, and William Penn has woken up here as they wind, or I guess in the second part of this first half. Creating his own shot, baseline fadeaway jumper. That's a tough shot, run down by Moore, but the teammates tipped it away from each other. Now it's quickly in transition, but how about a block from Sample behind? And they're going to call a jump ball now.
Good hustle by Sample.
As Rashad thought he had a clean path there, and he almost did. As that block came out of nowhere.
Get the big fellas back in.
White will check back in. He had a lot of success earlier in the ball game. And we'll see what he does here on the inbound. They'll kick it to the corner. Back up top now to Taylor. Back to White. Back to Taylor underneath. The big fella's going with a two-man game. That shot rejected, and then they're going to get a foul underneath.
Ooh, that's a delayed call right there.
But almost another forced turnover from that William Penn defense that has been pretty good in these last few minutes.
They're playing extremely aggressive right now. Extremely aggressive. And that was a late call. It was the right call. There was a foul. But it's just when it was called that I think has people up in arms. I like what I'm seeing from Penn. Look at this. Forced another turnover.
Stripped from Rashad. Now it's Sample. He's got 2-on-1 the other way. Good defense in transition by the Panthers. As that shot was sent out of bounds, William Penn will inbound under the basket here. 16-11, still your score.
Big fella.
Oh, and what a block down low by White. But a good opportunity, though, for the big fella Fulton underneath. Here's Rashad. Kicks back out to Taylor. He wants a deep three, and he buries it. That's an NBA three, and he knocks it down.
His third triple of the game. He's definitely in rhythm.
Give him 9 points. Here's the crossover from Mitchell. Gets in the paint, but that layup just too strong. Now a battle that White able to take the rebound away from Fulton.
It's tough. It's tough to finish over this length when you're not used to it. And I think that's what you're seeing from Penn. Kind of wild shots at the rim when they get in towards the rim.
Ball tipped away. I think it'll stay down this end, await the call from the referees, and I believe it's going to be William Penn basketball. So a 4-0 run, though, now for the Panthers. 16-11 now, 19-11 with 5 minutes to play in our opening half. And, Pat, what have you seen out of both teams here so far in this one?
Imhotep Charter got off to the great start. They obviously have the height advantage in this one, and they took advantage of it early. However, William Penn has picked up their intensity level, and it starts on the defensive end of the floor. These guys are flying around. They're making Imhotep uncomfortable with the basketball. I think a little bit of resting on their laurels over here by Imhotep Charter a little bit. They got off to the big lead, and I think they kind of took the foot off the gas pedal a little bit too. You combine that with the energy and effort the Colonials are playing with, and that's why this game is kind of tightened up a little bit. But I love what I'm seeing from William Penn. These guys, they're not backing down from a challenge. And, that's going to translate come the regular season.
Yeah, it was a tough start for William Penn as they went down almost double digits early. I believe 14-2 to kick this one off. And, again, maybe even looked like you could get out of hand that early, but what effort and what play by William Penn to get back into this one rather quickly now as we wind down our first half. Still 5 minutes to play, looking at an 8-point deficit. But overall, like you said, Pat, just in terms of basketball, looking a lot better here.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's the one thing you can control, and that's what the Summer League's about. Again, we said this in our last game. Coaches want to see the energy. They want to see the effort.
4:56.
Who's out here to compete? That's what this is about.
Sample, last few possessions, had some good opportunities. That one just missing from deep and then off the hands of Wilson or Mitchell as that one went out of play.
I like what I see from Moore. Again, another energy play, creating a loose ball there. You need guys like that on your team, man. That's valuable.
Dribbled off the foot, I believe, of the Panthers. So that one out of bounds. Off the foot of Rashad. Will give the ball back to William Penn. So here's Valmont.
Nice pull-up.
That is a nice pull-up jumper. And now right back on defense he goes to lock up. 19-13. Hard to stop that as White able to bury his way into the paint and put that one easy off the glass.
He's got the weight advantage, and he took advantage of it right there.
Trying to answer. Valmont couldn't get that one to go off the front end of the rim, and now here comes Imhotep with some numbers the other way. Layup good in transition. I believe that's Rashad for two more. 23-13, under 4 minutes to go. Here's the drive from Valmont. White, I believe, got a hand on that one and sent it out of play. Second or third block for number 15 in black.
He's just really in control of his body. Times things up beautifully, both offensively and defensively. He has good touch on the offensive end as well.
Moore's baseline jumper was off the mark. And I believe a foul maybe against Valmont for William Penn.
I think there was a push in the back that was called there.
So 23-13, 3:45 to go. Brought up now by Muhammad. He ran the show in early August. That bounce pass got away from him and out of play.
It's the right idea, just a poor pass. But that was wonderfully done. He had the big man cut into the lane. It would have been an open layup or dunk. Just threw that one right at the feet of his teammate.
10-point lead, 3:38. Ball in the hands of Campbell for the Colonials. Nice through the legs dribble. Takes some contact on that floater. Foul will go against Anglin. So they'll actually take this one under the basket. It won't be a shooting foul. As you see Childs check back in the ball game. William Penn, they get the ball into Valmont. Ball tipped away, and Valmont actually lost the handle there. So Imhotep with the forced turnover. And they'll have it back here, 3:27 and a 10-point lead. And that ball tipped and stolen. Kilson able to go off the glass on the inbound. And now you see some more pressure from the Colonials here.
I mean, this is what they got to do. I mean, if they want to stay in this game, this is how they're going to do it. Take advantage of the mistakes. Force them into mistakes.
Working it around the perimeter. That's a deep three. Won't go. Good look, though, for Abdullah. An 8-point lead at the 3-minute mark. Kilson lost the handle into the hands of Valmont, fortunately for the Colonials.
A lot of lefties in this game, I realize.
Yeah, there is.
Travel, blocking foul.
Kilson, again, looked like he tried to lower his shoulder that time as he ran into a traffic of Panthers in the paint. They do get the blocking call, so they'll inbound again under the basket.
That's a tough one.
As now it's Valmont out top. He'll call out the play for the Colonial offense. Here comes the screen from Moore. Great defense by Imhotep.
Yes.
Here's a drive, tries to go off the floater, but another good defensive play, that time by Anglin in the paint.
Yeah, it was great defense. They funneled right into the big fellas. That offensive possession didn't work out for them.
One-on-one, watch out for White in transition as he usually gets a block or two that time. Good move by William Penn. I believe that's Kilson.
Yeah, he did perfectly right there. Shot blocker in transition.
Excuse me, Mitchell, but yeah.
You
absolutely.
initiate the contact right there. You create the contact. Force the defender to, foul you there and get yourself to the line. That was really well done.
And again, we've seen the blocks that White's had, especially in transition there, and you mentioned it. Great job to not just sit there and throw that up there and maybe have a shot of it being blocked. Took the contact, went into the defender, and now earned himself some free throws. 1 of 1, good so far for Mitchell. The second one on the way is good, so 2 of 2. And now just a 6-point game, 23-17 with 2:15 remaining in our opening half. Here comes that pressure from William Penn once more. As Abdullah trying to break it, and they're going to have a foul in the backcourt, reach in against Kilson.
Penn's going to stay in your grill. They're not backing up.
And that one just off the mark. Abdullah wanted his man Childs, threw it over his head on the inbound.
Sloppiness from Imhotep. We've seen this a couple times here as this half has progressed.
So they get it into Kilson. Once baseline, that's a tough jumper, and I got a piece of it was Childs. Good defense by Childs underneath, and that ball out of bounds will go back to the Panthers. And again, William Penn, some tough shots, some contested shots that they're getting up. But again, you talked about the length of Imhotep making it hard on the Colonials.
Absolutely.
Nice pass ahead to Taylor.
I'm shocked he didn't dunk that. I don't know why he went under the rim, but he'll get 2 foul shots. But that was an easy flush.
Taylor he's knocked down 3 triples so far. He's a big man, but he's playing out from the perimeter. Has both facets to his game.
First one's up and good.
24-17 now. 1:54 to go in our opening half. At the line is
Anglin.
1 of 2. And 1 of 2 for him. Valmont, that's an NBA 3. He's going to launch it, and he called glass. I think he called glass over here, Pat.
Yeah, Banks open out here in Ellesmere.
24-20, lead just 4. That's the lowest lead since the opening tip.
Look at Penn.
Here's Sample.
Flying around.
Lost it inside. Gets it to Valmont, who regathers himself and finishes 24-22. 1:23 to go in our opening half, and the Colonials are on a run. Here's the floater in the lane. Rebound down low to, I believe, Anglin. And I believe he's stripped out of bounds.
Jump ball.
Oh, jump ball. So that'll give the ball to William Penn.
Yeah. One thing Imhotep is doing here, and this is kind of nullifying their size advantage, is that they're bringing, and it's natural, this happens all the time, these big guys are bringing the ball down a little bit, and Penn's all over it. I mean, usually if you're going against guys at the same height, you bring it down like it doesn't, for whatever reason. But against smaller guys like this, they really need to try and make a point of keeping the ball up, and they'll be getting fouled instead of jump balls or getting the ball poked away from them.
And William Penn, what we said make up in lack of length, they make up for in activeness on the defensive end. they are operating at 110% velocity, it seems, out there, just constantly moving, constantly active hands, constantly talking. The communication is there, and that's kind of what's gotten them back in this ball game. It's definitely not necessarily the offensive side of the ball for them, as they've looked very good defensively and turned some of those turnovers into points. And again, you talked about Imhotep Charter, a great start to this one, and then once that energy started to rise for William Penn, it slowed them down a little bit. If you're Imhotep, what do you got to do to get this to largen this lead here with a minute 15?
They've got to gain control of this game again. You need to slow down. Obviously, William Penn's trying to speed you up, and it's not that Imhotep can't play at that pace, but it doesn't give them the advantage that playing in control, slowing the game down, and taking whatever you want will do. Don't play at this breakneck speed that the Colonials are trying to play at. You got to try and slow this game down and take advantage of your mismatches.
That's a step-back three for Sample, and it's almost a second bank three in a row for the Colonials. That one hung in there for a second and then rolled out. 24-22, we're under a minute to play now in our first half.
Set the pick and roll. That was a bad screen. And it's the little simple unforced turnovers. Losing the ball out of bounds on the dribble. Like little things like that are hurting them.
Ball was stolen right back by Rashad, but he stepped out of bounds. So William Penn will have possession here. 38 seconds, 24-22. And just a 2-point game, Pat. It was a 14-2 opening run for Imhotep in this one, and William Penn with that energy has climbed back in. It's just a 2-point ball game, and when we saw Imhotep back in early August, they looked very impressive. Some of the same similar team that we're seeing in front of us here today, just two different games in a way.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to give some credit to William Penn here. I mean, they are in your grill, and they are making Imhotep uncomfortable with the basketball. The pressure is bursting the pipe, like the old adage is said. And like I said, Imhotep's got to get comfortable right now, and that they're not right now handling the basketball. And there's a lot of unforced errors. You got to limit those. They limit those, they'll gain control of the game again. William Penn's got to keep trying to have them play flustered. That's clearly what their plan is here. And I'm telling you right now, if you're a team from the state of Delaware, you better get prepared because this is what you're going to see.
That's what it had me thinking about is that activeness that they're playing with.
Yeah.
On the defensive end, it's again we're in summer league, but treated like a playoff game. William Penn, and that's what you love to see out here at the Grail Sports Summer Shootout. Again, at the Grail Sports facility in Wilmington, Delaware, and what a phenomenal facility it is. It's the home gym of Team Final, and you can train here just like they do. Again, grailsports.com. 24-22, 30 seconds to operate with, and William Penn looks like they turn it over. Imhotep causes it. Now Rashad has it in his hands, 22 seconds, and some numbers. Nice spin move. That was smooth and off the glass for two, and that might have been what they needed.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of questioning the decision, but he ended up making it work. They didn't have numbers, but it worked.
Valmont now, 8 seconds for him to work with. He takes a step back. That's a two, and it counts if it goes, and it does. Nice. 3 seconds now to inbound. Rashad going to launch it up at the half and off the glass, that'll do it for half number one. What
work there by William Penn to get themselves back in. This one looked like it could have been blowout city here in the first couple of minutes. I mean, the height advantage and everything, just everything was going Imhotep Charter's way. You're like, how the heck is Penn gonna conquer this? And they turned it up defensively, and they've been in control of this game for the majority of that first half.
Unbelievable, yeah, really, and still a close one here at the Grail Sports Complex, 26-24. We're going to take a break at the half, and we come back. Second half action between Imhotep Charter and William Penn right here on Delaware Live Sports.
High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted, adding to coach and athletic director daily challenges. BSN Sports stands ready to change the fundamentals of our industry, giving our customers the advantages they need right now. Your dedicated local sales pro is supported with nationwide team service, including sport and category experts. Get the look of D1 colleges and pro teams with our program that streamlines ordering your staff apparel, player gear, and fan wear. Stretch your budget with our fundraising solution. Free and ready in minutes. Our campus branding products are perfect for boosting school and team pride. BSN Sports has the advantages you need right now. High school athletics is not what it used to be. The sporting goods industry has been disrupted.
And welcome back inside Delaware Live Sports. Nick Alessandrini, Pat Garianis, and Nick Halliday on hand here for the Summer League shootout at the Grail Sports Complex, which once was supposed to be a summer league, has transformed into a weekend full of competitive basketball here on August 21st and tomorrow, August 22nd. So a lot going on. We're in our Game 3 of our afternoon slate here on this Saturday between Imhotep Charter and William Penn here. And
look at this. More of the same happening.
I don't even have time to recap because William Penn is so aggressive on the defensive end. And, Pat, that's been the theme of their first half. They went down double digits early, and that activeness defensively brought them back in it.
Yeah, they've set the tone. They have set the tone, and they have yet to relinquish it. Imhotep has to try and get control of this game, or this could be a slow burn.
A nice pass inside to Anglin, and he really wanted to throw that one down, but got a hand in there defensively. Might have been Fulton either way. Going to be 2 free throws upcoming for number 12 in black and red, and a 26-24 ball game. Just a 2-point lead for Imhotep Charter as we open up our second half, make it 3. And again, if you're just tuning in with us, you can see the visual differential in height, obviously out in the court. But William Penn has taken what they lack in height and turned that into energy. And that's kind of what got them back in this ball game.
Yeah, and like that right there is what Imhotep Charter has to do to try and get back into this game, or to take control of this game again, is to get it to their big men, and their big men then have to be aggressive on the take.
28-24 after the pair of free throws from Anglin. As Imhotep now set to inbound, and you see some more of that pressure from William Penn that we saw at the end of the first half, and they're going to keep that going. Rashad around the Anglin screen, looking for him, kicks to the corner. That 3 is up and buried. A nice shot that time by number 11, Abdullah, and then he's right back on the defensive end, locking up Valmont on the other end.
A little bit of sagging off by Penn there. Let's see. We'll see if fatigue plays a little bit here in the second half.
That's a nice shot by Mitchell, who buried that mid-range jumper. And He had a couple baskets as they wound down that first half as well, and he's looked good for William Penn today. Rashad on the drive, short off the front of the rim, tipped around, and Sample going to run it down for William Penn. Slides by the defender,
wow,
and that's going to be a block by Abdullah in transition. Not sure if that hit the glass, or I guess it did, right?
I don't know. I think he may have knocked it off the glass when he blocked it.
Oh, my goodness. He made up a lot of ground late there.
Dude, he was up there, man.
Was Abdullah. Rashad looking for him in the corner. He tried to cut baseline, and there's another forced turnover for William Penn.
Another unforced error by Imhotep.
31-26, 14-26 to go. Valmont mid-range jumper doesn't go. Rebound hauled in by White. And we'll see what they decide to do here offensively. Abdullah Rashad around the screen, leads to an open three, short it for Taylor. He already has 3 today. That one wouldn't go.
Really impressed with the Colonials. I really am.
And again, we can't see grades of these guys, but I mean,
yeah,
maybe they got some young guys out there, and they have really played well.
I mean, you saw when things started to swing, they're now playing with more confidence, man. And honestly, number 6 out here, Moore, he kind of set the tone, I feel like. He came in, he had a big block, had a big rebound, and his energy has been infectious.
That's a deep three for Valmont, won't fall, top of the key. And now it's 3-on-2 the other way for Charter. That's a cutting Taylor. Oh, wow. And that shot won't go. There for the rebound is Abdullah, tipped up and stolen by Valmont again. Then he takes some contact at half court from Rashad. So a foul there, and William Penn will set the inbound.
Lazy pass out. I mean, and Penn is just getting their hands on everything. You got to go up strong. You got to finish if you're Imhotep.
And they had a lot of success feeding the block earlier in that first half.
Yeah, they've kind of gotten away from that.
It's going to lead to an open three in the corner on the pass by Mitchell, and that is cashed in. And William Penn starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here.
Yeah, matched it. Cut the lead back down to 2. It was up to 7 a little bit ago.
Rashad crossover, nice dribble that time. Gets hop step into paint, floats it up, then in. Give him 2 more, 33-29, right, and you said it, Pat, right away goes the Colonials. Now Coach wants to talk it over. Timeout here with 13:04 to go in our second half, 33-29, again live from the Grail Sports Complex. And make sure to stop by. You can watch, check it out here, $5 admission all day long, or if you can't make it out, make sure to catch the live stream on DelawareLiveSports.com. And again, for more information on the camps, clinics, and leagues for all ages, both youth and high school, all levels here at the Grail Sports Complex, head over to GrailSports.com.
And up next, after this one, just to put this out there for you folks that are watching, it will be West Catholic up there in the Philadelphia area against, I believe, Middletown. I believe is who we got next, if I'm not mistaken.
Pat, we had a chance to do Middletown game near the end of the year, Appo last year in that big rivalry game. Middletown, they had some impressive guys on that squad. They put up an impressive showing there against Appo in that game. I believe they won that game.
Yeah, no, they're another team that'll play with grit and heart. So, yeah, I'm excited to see them make the drive up here.
I believe Westtown Catholic holding a camp here at the Grail Sports Complex.
That's Westtown.
Excuse me, Westtown.
It's West Catholic.
Grandfather's
alma mater.
That's right. Excuse me. That's
Grandfather's alma mater, baby.
Remember,
don't you disrespect it.
Remember to remain unbiased on the broadcast.
Yeah.
William Penn inbound. There's Sample. Ran into a truck of defenders in the paint there. Anglin and Taylor. That's some height you don't want to go up against if you're Sample.
Another poor pass.
And then a pass. This one, I believe, tipped out of bounds. It probably will stay down this end, and it will. As you see, White will go to inbound. You see they've got them all on the floor together now. White, Anglin, and Taylor all anchoring the paint here for Imhotep. Rashad pick and roll. Taylor had it, wanted to kick it back out to Rashad, but he was nowhere to be found. That ball sails out of bounds. Again, crowd continuing to flow in here. Sitting across from us, you can check it out on the camera. 12:40 now and ticking, 33-29. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Valman wants to cut into that with a three, long off the back end of the rim, tipped out of bounds, and looks like it'll stay down here.
No box out there from Imhotep Charter. And luckily, the height advantage kind of nullified that. But
Campbell did a good job for the Colonials. Almost lost his footing, able to kick to the corner. Good closeout by Imhotep. Here's a cutting Mitchell, and he gets it to go off the glass, but it won't count, I believe. Is good job to take the charge underneath.
It's kind of tough because you do have that restricted area circle underneath there, but you
yeah.
don't play with that in the high school game.
So Imhotep forcing the turnover that time as we tick near the 12-minute mark. Still 33-29. A 4-point lead for Imhotep, and almost another mental mistake that time.
Yeah, I mean, its sloppiness continues.
Around the back goes Taylor, looks top of the key, finds Abdullah, one more to Rashad. He has some space for a three from the left wing, won't go. William Penn the rebound. Quickly up ahead of the pack as Kilson takes some contact. His layup won't go. Rebound back to the Panthers, and it's turning into a track meet as that pass is intercepted.
Yeah, and this is what William Penn wants. This is advantage William Penn, this style of play.
Leads to a sample three off the mark, tipped out of play. Last touched by William Penn. So pace of play picking up a notch here as Muhammad tried to thread the needle underneath to a cutting Abdullah. Couldn't find him, tipped out of play. Now White will inbound.
I mean, it's game's going a little too fast right now, I feel like, for Imhotep Charter.
And a point you made in the first half as well, that it might want to slow it down
go to
a
the
little.
basket.
Again, that shot won't fall. Offensive rebound, and they are just struggling in the paint right now.
Well, and there's a
little out of control down there.
They're banging, and they're not, like, keeping the control, putting the ball off the glass softly. They're just throwing it up. You got, and that's skill set, right? To be able to play hard with your body, but not also translate that hardness into your shot.
Offensive rebound to Kilson, and he is hammered underneath by White.
Hustle,
so two
man.
free throws upcoming for Kilson. Yeah, good job on the glass by William Penn.
Hustle and heart right now. William Penn. The William Penn story. Hustle and heart, baby. They're just frustrating Imhotep.
And that free throw up and good. 33-30 now, just a one-possession game for the first time in a while. Here in matchup number 3 of the Summer League Shootout at the Grail Sports Complex, Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Garianis. Here live on Delaware Live Sports. Second free throw in and out for Kilson. And again, 33-30, 11 minutes remaining.
Again, nobody down on the block.
And Rashad sees it, used the speed, nice crossover, beats his defender more to the basket and gets 2. And then a double dribble here, dribbling up to half court for William Penn as Campbell got caught with the ball in both hands.
That's the first unforced error that I've seen really from Penn. They've been playing pretty clean with this chaos that they're causing.
35-30, under 11 minutes now. There goes Muhammad around the back. That ball is tipped and stolen by Valmont. Now one-on-one, Valmont trying to take some contact up there, but a good defensive play by Abdullah in the backcourt. And now it's Rashad the other way. He takes some contact and finishes off the glass.
I was shocked there was no whistle there, but hey, good finish through the contact.
And it was 33-30, as quickly 37-30 as hammered underneath was Moore.
Moore just, I like this young man. He's a guy I'm rooting for right now.
And Pat, let me tell you, if I had, again, we have no idea. We don't have the rosters like that in front of us.
Yeah.
How old would you think he is?
I would say he's a freshman or sophomore.
Right? I would have to say the same thing. We could be wrong. Again, don't hold it against us, but
let's see. I mean,
I think he's looked good today.
If we're wrong, we'll hear about it. It'll go in the comments. But I mean, he's out here just playing, and he's just taking he's just doing his job. You know, playing with energy and
Exactly
effort.
right.
He's catching the ball and it's thrown to him,
You know?
and he's putting it up. You know what I mean?
Don't like to quote a lot of Patriots things, but the do your job thing, right? You just got to do your job.
That's all you got to do, man. This game isn't that hard. It's really not. We make it a little bit harder than it needs to be.
37-31, 6-point lead. That drive and finish is clean. I believe that was Rashad yet again.
And you can see Rashad especially has been able to get to the rim and, again, control the shot out of his hands. Finish at the rim. They can get to the rim whenever they want.
Kilson shot off the mark into the hands of White on the rebound. But Kilson able to jump up, almost steal it right back.
These guys are going to jump at everything. You got to utilize your ball fakes.
Shot off the glass, won't go.
Moore again, skying for the rebound.
Mitchell tries to thread the needle to Kilson. Ball stolen, taken the other way. Contact and foul on Rashad from Moore as he hung up in the air looking for two.
First free throw, no good. 9.5 to go here. 8-point game. It's the fourth personal foul right there on White, so
yeah,
he's going to take a breather. One to two.
Rashad been, I believe, he scored 5 of their last 7 or so points in a row. 40-31, Imhotep bringing that lead back up here in the second half. Good pass cross court to Mitchell, has some room in the paint, can't get it to follow. Rebound up for grabs, taken by number 7. That's Wilmore,
man.
And he's able to finish.
A little friendly fire right there from Imhotep. They had that rebound secured, but they knocked it out of each other's hands.
You see Taylor approach the scores table, set to check back in for the Panthers. Move inside is Anglin, and he took some contact, so he earned himself some free throws. And you see now the big field starting to put in some work for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a good job. That was a good job right there.
So 41-33, still an 8-point lead. One more on the way for Anglin, and he knocks it down. So 42-33, Pat, we tick under 9 minutes and a 9-point lead. Mitchell's been good at that, gets in the paint. That one hung up there, couldn't go, and there he is,
Look
Pat.
at this young man. I'm telling you, man. He's just out here just doing his job. And he's like, he is under the radar long.
Yeah. If you're picking teams at the schoolyard, you see him line up again. I want you.
He, he was close to the rim on that putback. I think I may have found one of my players to watch, man. Seriously.
Free throw won't go. Tipped into the hands of Dula, who's going to hold it for a second. 42-35. Working it around now, looking for the opening, and it's tipped away and stolen. Here comes Mitchell the other way. He's a speedster, and Abdullah with another block.
Abdullah's leaps are just insane, man.
And he starts, I'm telling you, he's got some room to make up on a lot of those plays, and he makes up ground quick.
I wouldn't know what that feels like, man.
Maybe if we're playing on one of those little
Jumping
hoops
so
in the
high,
yard.
I feel like it's almost dangerous when you land.
Two impressive highlights from Abdullah on the defensive end, both being blocks here in our third matchup of the Saturday. 42-35, 7-point lead.
Go, man. You got to go aggressively here.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a pretty one off the glass. No good. Rebound to Fulton, and now here comes Mitchell from the baseline. Is short. Mitchell been short in his last few, but he's hustling his own rebound and finishes.
Dude, these guys, man, they're pests.
That's a good word to use.
They're pests out here, man. And you know what? It's a nullifier. It is nullifying the height advantage.
And just like that, a chance to be a 4-point game. It is a 2-possession game. 42-38, under 8 minutes to go here in our second half. As Campbell trying to lock up Rashad. And I believe we're going to have some contact out there on the drive. It'll go against Campbell. The inbound, Rashad finds an open man. That's Childs for 3, way off the mark. And now leaking up ahead was Mitchell. That ball's tipped and into his hands. And again, Mitchell, some of those shots have hung on the rim and rolled off. And then they're going to force a turnover here. I believe Abdullah got stuck with it.
Little carry there, yeah.
42-38.
Penn, you know, I thought fatigue may have played in. Man, they're still playing with a ton of energy.
Yeah, they're going strong. As they'll inbound now. Wilmore up top to Fawcett. Fawcett, he's quick, gets in the paint, floater off the glass, just a little too strong, gets his own rebound. Kicked out for a Mitchell 3, and he buried it.
Wow. Mitchell coming alive here, babe. Coming alive.
It's a 1-point game, 42-41, 7 minutes
effort.
to play here, live from the Grail Sports Complex.
Look at these guys digging in. William Penn locked in, focused. They've hung around. They think they could win this game, man.
Rashad's shot won't go. What an offensive rebound underneath as he was being hung on to by Campbell. But what a play. I believe that's Taylor Anglin.
No. Oh, yeah.
Taylor.
12. Taylor.
Or 13. Taylor, what a play. As you saw, the defender had his arm underneath the basket. He reached up with one arm, grabbed the rebound, then took some contact afterwards. 44-41, 6:45 to play. And I believe a 1-and-1 upcoming for Taylor and Imhotep.
Lot of game left.
Absolutely.
And again, Imhotep should take advantage of being in a bonus.
Front end.
Get to the rim.
Did he make 2 free throws?
It may be a 1 free throw. Oh yeah, no, it was an and-1.
Oh, he got the basket to go. How about that? Yep. So 45-41, big 3-point play that time for Taylor. There's Vollman, got away with a little bit of a push-off. Shot off the glass, won't go. Rebound taken by White, but almost thrown away yet again.
Pests.
And it will go back to William Penn. So they inbound into Mitchell. He's knocked down a few big shots here lately. Now it's Sample, who's also played pretty well today for the Colonials. Sample, nice hezzy to get to the basket. Instead of taking it himself, he hands it off, and it's going to be finished anyway by Moore.
It's my guy, man.
I'll tell you what, they William Penn getting some good buckets here. Good defense, though, as Imhotep going to have to try to regather here as they're still holding on to a 2-point lead, 45-43. And now you see Muhammad check back in for the Panthers as Childs will get a rest. And Abdullah's on the floor. Taylor's on the floor.
My man Moore is a senior.
Well, that explains why he knows how to play.
Absolutely. Energy, baby.
He's been around the block, and he is playing well today. Rashad, kick up top. Taylor wants 3. Would be big, and he cans it.
It's like his 4th-3 of this game, man. 4th or 5th one.
Yes, it is. His 4th. I believe unbelievable for Taylor. Not just a big man. He can stretch the floor. Moore wants to try to answer him. He can't rebound by Valman. Counted and the foul. It's those second chance opportunities and the hustle coming up big for William Penn.
Dude, they're all over the place. I mean, William Penn, every time a big-time shot is made down here or a big-time run is made by Imhotep, they're answering the call. They are answering the call.
5:32, 48-45. The 3-point play is no good. Rebound to Taylor. So a 3-point game, just 1 possession. And then a foul there by Mitchell as he had to reach and grab Rashad, who had the ball in transition for Imhotep.
1-1. 1-1 upcoming.
So 48-45, 5.5 minutes to go, and this has been a good one, Pat. We had the luxury. Our first game was a really good one. Archbishop Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
The last game,
Carroll,
they really showed up. The first game with Archbishop Carroll, and now Imhotep. Excuse me, getting ahead of ourselves. We're on game number 3, and all of them have been good ones here at the Grail Sports Complex here at the Summer League Shootout. And the shot is good. 50-45, lead back to 5, timeout on the floor. 5 minutes, 28 seconds. Nick Alessandrini alongside Pat Darianis for a Summer League Shootout action. We'll be with you all day today, all day tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
A lot going on here at the Grail Sports Complex. And Pat, and I know you know about this, but Grail Sports offers camps, clinics, leagues for youth, high school, all levels here. You can watch or be a part of it. Go to grailsports.com to find out more. Again, a phenomenal facility that we have a chance to play this Summer League Shootout in. And an amazing opportunity for the local athletes or in and around the area to take their level to the next game here at Grail Sports. Absolutely.
I mean, the Plex here is one of a kind, man. There's really nothing like this in the state of Delaware anywhere else. Tremendous complex here. Home of team final, man.
How about
what
that?
What an honor.
Again,
I mean, what an honor to house that program.
Peach Fest champions.
Jalen Duran, a
made
local
his
guy
announcement
here going to Memphis. Yeah.
Announced that here about 2 weeks ago in the spot that we are currently sitting.
That young man was a grown man in 7th grade. I remember that first time
I remember we used to hear about him for a long time now and seeing him. And again, we want to wish him congratulations on his future endeavors, heading out with Coach Hardaway and getting out there in August. And how about a drive off the glass? That's Mitchell. He's been impressive here in this second half.
He has, man. These guys, they just won't go away, William Penn. Love it.
50-47. They're kicking around. Rashad thought about a 3.
England. They got to go inside to England there, man.
I'm with you on that. Rashad gets in, kicks down low to England, lets the defender go up and over as he took a hard fall, and that was Moore, who has been having such a fantastic ball game today for William Penn. He's played very well.
That was a nasty fall. That was a nasty fall. Hopefully he's okay. But, I mean, England, basketball-wise, did the right thing. Got the ball, used the rim as a protector. He got the defender in the air. Hopefully Moore's all right there at that one. A little shook up. Head will be ringing a little bit. He's up.
How about that?
Okay.
He's right up. Showing off the toughness as well there is Moore. And, again, one of the better players on the floor, one of the more active and better players we've seen here on the floor today. He's been great.
Love the energy he's been playing with.
And hopefully he'll be able, if you're a William Penn fan, hopefully he'll be able to get out there maybe in this one. You want to make sure he's A-okay before that. As we're under 5 minutes, 50-47. A 3-point ball game.
He's going to stay in the game, Nick. He's staying in the game for this one. Oh, at least he was trying to.
He was, yeah. They had to fool him.
He's trying to get out there.
They had to take him out. Give him a breather here for a second or two. So free throw upcoming, and it's a big one, and it's good from England. 51-47 now, a tick under 5 minutes to play, and 2 for 2 from the line goes England. 2 big free throws for Imhotep, and now that lead back to 5.
Execution. It's going to come down to execution here.
We'll see what the Colonials draw up here offensively. It's going to be a Valmont 3. He's been great at hustling down his own shot.
England keeping the ball up.
There you get a good rebound that time from England. That's what they needed, and here's that pressure. Got to get rid of it.
He stepped out.
And he stepped out of bounds, and again, Pat, William Penn just keeps finding a way to force some turnovers. Imhotep just got to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, well, they got to try not. You can't get down towards that baseline. It's an extra defender. Try and advance the ball. Don't try and take it backwards.
Nice pass from Valman. Shot is off the mark for Campbell. And now it's Rashad. He's been the ball handler today for Imhotep.
Pull it out. Set something up.
And Coach calling out a play from the side.
Getting a screen. Roll. Hey, look at that. This is good offense.
Abdullah in the corner. That 3 is way off the mark into the hands of William Penn, and they always like to go fast. Sample, though, went a little too fast there as he got the extra step in. And a big turnover for William Penn there.
The closing speed of Abdullah. That window was open for a half a second, but the closing speed shut it.
And we've seen that closing speed on full display. Led to 2 big highlight blocks. Rashad takes some contact off the glass. There's Anglin for the offensive rebound and putback. A big bucket there for the Panthers.
All right, Valmont.
And he takes some contact from Anglin. And they will call Anglin for the block. 54-47. As you see more running to try to get back in the game for William Penn, and the coaching staff kind of
keep an eye on him.
Told him to go back to the bench. Yeah, so it coaches duel here between who's going to take the floor the final 3 minutes and 40 seconds. As Valmond's free throw won't go.
There you go. Keep the ball up. Clear it out. It's a good play by White.
3.5, 7-point lead now for Imhotep. Drive baseline, ball tipped away, kick to the corner, leads to a Taylor 3, and he can hit that, and he does.
He's been money today, man. He's been hitting from outside. 5th 3 of this contest.
Unbelievable for Taylor, but wasting no time was Valmont. That one just a little bit too strong off the glass, then rim. And now here comes Muhammad leading the break, bounce pass inside, and that shot won't go for Abdullah. 10-point ball game. Sample tries to cut into it with a 3 off the mark. Rebound, Taylor.
Now Imhotep kind of in control, up 10.
A little hesitation there, and Abdullah finger roll, couldn't decide whether to throw it down or lay it in.
It's caught in between.
And that's going to lead up ahead of the pack. 4-2, I believe, was Mitchell.
Yeah, it was again.
So lead back to 8. Still 3 minutes to go. A lot of ball left. Stolen 3 is fired, and that would have been a big momentum shifter there, but that shot just falls short.
Pressure, man, pressure.
2.5 to play. Rashad on Sample. Bounce pass to the baseline. Abdullah elevates and can't knock it down.
Ooh. White got to be careful. Yeah, the 4 fouls. He got lucky there.
Bauman pump fakes, tries to go underneath, shows off the speed, and layup attempt just falls out. But I believe he took some contact, and a foul on the floor will send him to the free throw line.
Good effort here by William Penn. Really was.
Free throw won't go, number 1. Another one on the way for Valmont. Again, they trail by 8 with 2:07 to play. But Pat, absolutely. I mean, early in this ball game, it was a 14-2 run to start for the Panthers of Imhotep. And this one, like you said, could have maybe got out of hand, but they really turned it up when they needed to.
They did. They did.
And this game, again, has been anyone's game for the most part. Imhotep has led wire to wire, but William Penn has been right there the whole way after that rough start. Here's Rashad, a minute 52 to work with. Still 8-point lead for the Panthers, and this time they're going to get a block and foul on Kilson.
It's the right call. I mean, it's come down to shot-making ability, right? I mean, Penn down the stretch. Only way they were really getting some buckets was on, some transition baskets and a couple big threes, couple mid-range jump shots made here by Imhotep to extend this lead out, and they've done a good job trying to close this one out.
And that free throw won't go. 58-49, still the 9-point lead for Imhotep. 1:50 to play. Valmont step back 3 is good. Make it interesting here. 58-52, a minute 40 to go. They inbound to Childs, poked away from behind, almost out of bounds, but somehow Childs gets it back. He goes down on the floor. And a timeout from Imhotep, and a good timeout probably with the way that was going.
It's one of those, there's no need to dribble, right? Let clear out. It's man-to-man, one-on-one. Break your guy down and go. If they send 2 dudes, the second defender's guy should get to an outlet area for the pass. I mean, sometimes when you start dribbling, you're giving the defense more opportunity to force a turnover when you're putting that ball on the floor. Dribble with purpose, right, Nick? I mean, that's something that you're taught, middle school, high school, is dribble with purpose. Don't just aimlessly dribble just to dribble, because it's dangerous, especially with a team like William Penn. It was a good time out here by Imhotep. A minute and a half to go, up 6. Again, it comes down to execution. You take care of the basketball, you win this game. If you don't, you allow William Penn a chance to, again, crawl back into it once again.
58-52 and 134 to go. Again, it's in the second half, pretty much throughout the second half of the first half, if you will. Through now, it's been a up in the air ball game. Both teams playing back and forth, and Imhotep maybe showing you more skill offensively, and William Penn showing you the energy defensively. And it's made for a great game here at the Grail Sports Complex. It's the Grail Sports Summer Shootout, Game 3 of our Saturday. 58-52, a minute and a half to go. They inbound to Muhammad. He tries to throw it off the glass. No good. White's right there for the putback and a big one.
Yeah. It's a good job.
That's a 3 for Campbell. No good. There's White with another board.
And right now I think Imhotep should slow it down. They won't, but
as Taylor's baby hook shot down there won't go. It's a loose ball.
Wow. I'm surprised they didn't call that one. He did get up off the ground there.
Bauman wanted the 3. He'll pass over to Sample in the corner, and he knocks it down. So the side pocket 3 that time for Sample. And now just a 5-point game, a minute to play. Some contact there as Kilson was going for the interception.
It's the right call. I know there's some groans in the crowd, but there was body contact made.
So that'll send Childs to the free throw line with a 5-point lead, 60-55 over William Penn, just shy under a minute to play. And that first free throw is no good for Childs. Wow. In and out on the second, so 0 for 2, Pat, leaving the door open.
Leaving the door open is right, and Penn has tried to claw into that door, and there's another 3, baby. They won't go away.
Kilson buries another side pocket 3 for William Penn. It's a 2-point ball game. Here comes Rashad, his shot,
wow,
no call, and a no call on that end. Bauman up ahead to Mitchell, and he just tied the ball game.
Unbelievable.
30 seconds to play.
Unbelievable.
60-60. Here's Rashad. He's going to pull it back. Almost stolen. Has to do something with it. Gets in the paint. His layup attempt is under the rim. No good.
Call again. This is Imhotep. No one stepped out.
Ball saved by the Panthers. They get it inside, and what a finish underneath. I believe that was Taylor, and it was. 62-60, 11 seconds, and William Penn wants to talk it over, and they're going to call a timeout. So 62-60, a big bucket to go. A head bucket on the other end from Taylor to give Imhotep Charter the 2-point lead. And Pat, it's William Penn ball, down by 2. I'll ask this question first and then another one to follow. Would you have called a timeout there on the rebound, or would you let your team have played it out?
I mean, I would call timeout. This is a good opportunity.
Especially in the summer league.
In a summer league where the whole point of this is to work on specific things to get prepared for your regular season. So, yes, I would have called a timeout. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if it's a regular season game and you know you've prepped and you've gone over these scenarios in practice, maybe you don't. Maybe you let this game ride out. But in this kind of situation, this is your teaching moment. So, make sure you got the right play on. Make sure you got the right defensive set if you're Imhotep. And, I do. I think it was a good call.
So, Pat, my next question for you here, 62-60, 10 seconds to go. If you're William Penn, you've kind of seen what they've been doing all game long. What do you draw up for here out of the timeout?
You get the first good look you get. First good look you get. If that's a 3, take it. If it's a layup, a drive attempt, you take it. Because if you take the early shot, there's a chance for the putback, right? And you've been taking advantage, out-hustling this team all game. You hope to do the same.
62-60. Hold on, we're coming in for a landing, our second of the afternoon, Pat, in terms of coming down right to the wire. 62-60. Imhotep has led wire to wire, but William Penn has been right there the whole game. And now a chance to tie or take the lead with 10 seconds. 62-60. William Penn inbound, down by 2. They get it into Valmont, and he's got 8 seconds.
I think he's the guy who's taking the shot.
Valmont, he wants a deep 3. He's just going to step back and launch it. No good. There's Kerry Wilson for the putback, and that won't go as Kilson's putback attempt just falls short. What a game here in matchup number 3 from the Grail Sports Complex.
They did exactly what right there. You take the first good shot you got, Valmont put it up, and you set yourself up for the putback. They had the opportunity there. Just didn't fall for him. I mean, you got to be happy if you're a William Penn fan. You're with William Penn coaching staff.
Yeah.
I mean, that effort that they just put out there was very, very good. Very good.
Oh, what a phenomenal game, wire to wire there. Imhotep gets the victory over William Penn, 62-60. We're going to take another break, and we've got more Grail Sports Summer League Shootout coming at you right here on Delaware Live Sports. Up next, we've got a matchup between Middletown and West Catholic right here on Delaware Live. We'll see you then.